What up there, YouTube communities? This is your boy Chdeaaanime, or Chdeaaanime, whatever it is you want to call me, and today I'm here to talk about life. So either way it goes, I just want to say, if you're new to my Let's Talk Life videos, or you're new to my channel, this Let's Talk Life is relaxing and calming, and I say this every time because I want people to really get the grasp of it. When you watch these videos, you get a nice cup of coffee, you get something, whatever it could be, anything, as long as it's not drugs, but it's and liquor. But either way it goes, anything that makes you calm and relaxed, you pick that up and then you sit back and you watch and you listen to your black brother Chdeaaanime tell you some shit. So now that you've done that, let's go ahead and get into my topic for today, which is pretty funny. My channel is starting to become about like life advice and helping people with life. It's kind of funny how that ended up turning out like that. I did one video where I was talking about believing in yourself and everything, and then it spiraled, and now people are asking me for advice. It's pretty funny. But either way it goes, this video is going to be about why you're not weak when you think that you are. Now, this is a very interesting topic. I remember I was in a live stream and I was talking to someone, and I remember he was going through something, and he will remain unmentioned and unnamed, but he was going through some things, and I remember he said that he was weak, that he felt he was weak because he was going through all the things he was going through. And I noticed this in a lot of people who deal with depression and deal with confidence issues and all that, which is an offset of depression. But everyone seems to believe that they're weak when they go through depression. And you'll have people, some assholes, who will tell you that you are weak. But I'm here to tell you that all of that is bullshit. You're not weak. Not one bit. You're stronger. You're stronger than most people. And I'm going to tell you why. So, the reason people feel like they're weak. Let's start off with why you feel like you're weak. And it varies from person to person. But let me tell you why I thought I was weak. So I can give you some common ground with me, right? So I thought I was weak because I was going through depression, and I was always taught and shown that this is weakness and all that. But I thought I was weak because I wasn't living up to the standards of others, and that I was weak because I couldn't beat it, and that I wasn't feeling better, and that I was just useless and all that. And that I'd succumbed to depression, and that I was feeling, down and all that. But you see, here's something really interesting about that whole deal, is that those who call themselves, and I really noticed this, those who call themselves weak are always the strongest. And I don't know what, and I do know why that is. And that happens because it takes a strong person to look in the mirror and see that you have things you need to improve on. Any idiot can say that they're perfect. Anyone can be like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other, I'm this. But it takes a stronger person to look and recognize, I need to work on myself. And I think that's where a lot of people get lost in translation. They're like, oh, I need to work on myself. So then they get down and they're like, oh, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not this, I'm not that. And that's how you kind of get into that whole spiral of weakness. But it's not weak to recognize that you have things to work on. You're not weak because you have things to work on. Every fucking person who has ever lived on this earth has shit that they work on. Only the strong ones give a fuck to fix it. And that's the truth. There's no denying that. So don't start sitting here calling yourself weak, because you're not. You've already taken one big step into becoming a stronger person. And this is the point. This is the make or break moment for you. If you're struggling with depression, or you're struggling with feelings of you being weak, this is your make or break moment. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim and fly. And that's on all seriousness. This is the moment where you, because no one else can do this. No one else can tell you. I can tell you right now that you're strong, but in the end of the day, when this video is over and you go back to living your life, you're going to walk and still feel weak because you do not believe you're strong. And none of my words can fix that. It's only you. I can only give you the guideline and the template. I can only give you the steps. I cannot fix you. I can only give you the steps to fix yourself and help yourself. And that's the truth. Don't ever go to someone looking for so that they can fix you. That's what I notice. A lot of people say that, like, hey, oh, can you, like, they go to a shrink and like, oh, can you fix me, doc, and all that. No one on this God-given earth can fix you but you. You have to fix you, and that's the truth. What I'm doing is just giving you the helping step. And I remember how I started me fixing myself. And I didn't do it not too long ago. I'm going to just tell you that right now. I remember I was reading something about depression and all that. And through all of these lists of things about depression and feeling like you're weak, I found one thing that connected with me. See, the thing is that a lot of the times we get coddled, and not coddled, but we get labeled these things, and I think we look at depression in a bad light. And it is bad. It makes you feel sad and bad, but this is here to make you stronger, to overcome. You can overcome it. It's not, see, the label of depression, it makes you feel like you have no control, that you can't beat it, but you can. It is something that this is where your strength comes in. That strength that I'm telling you that you do in fact have. You have to look inside of yourself and pull it with every ounce of your being. And every time you feel like you're weak, or you feel like, or the inner voice in your head tells you that you're weak, you get up and you say, fuck no, you're wrong. I used anger. I used straight up anger and frustration. I remember I went into the mirror and I was just like, fuck no. You will not take me. And that's what you have. If that works for you, then do it. If you are tired of feeling weak and down and beaten by your own self, then you have to pull the strength that you are letting your own thoughts compress and hide away from you. And that's how you do. That's when you really realize, in that moment, when you drown out all the bad thoughts that you have about yourself and all the bad feelings that you have about yourself, when you drown it out with just your own sheer willpower, you realize just how strong you really are. And no, don't let anyone tell you you're weak because you're going through things. Because every person goes through shit. Just people deal with it differently. Some people go through worse things than others, and it causes you to slip and fall. And you're going to slip and fall in life. You're going to have those moments where you're going to slip and you're going to feel down. You're going to have those moments where you feel weak. But it's always on you to remember that you have the strength. And this moment, when you finally realize in that moment of you using whatever it is you use to push yourself out of it, is when you feel weak, think back to that, when you won. Because it's a victory. So whenever you feel weak, think back to that victory that you had and pull it out again. Just keep pulling until you've defeated it. Because this is not something that's permanent. You can fucking defeat it. Too many people rely on antidepressants and all these other things when all you need is your own will. That's all you need is your heart, your spirit. The strength that you have as a person. Use it. Don't rely on the antidepressants and pills and all the other fucking drugs and alcohol. Don't rely on none of that. Rely on you. Because at the end of the day, what happens when there's no more pills? What happens when there's no more drugs? What happens when there's no more alcohol? You're left with you and your will. Now, when you start to rely on other things, now I'm not saying that I'm saying, like, for those who really have issues, sometimes you really do need them pills and all that. I want to make that very clear. But for those who are like me, who don't necessarily have really bad issues like that and just start going through things in life and just feel weak, this is for those guys. If you need pills, then I'm not saying anything bad about that. Just don't go into alcohol and all that shit. But either way it goes. The point is, what I'm trying to get at is that you may think you're weak, but in the end of the day, you are strong. And you will become even stronger when you've overcome. Adversity exists to make you stronger. Now, you can let it defeat you. That is an option. You can become a sad sack. You can lose. Or you can go the good route and nut the fuck up and say no more. That's what I did. That's what you should do too. But like I said, this is the guidelines, the template. Everything from here on is in your hands, G. It's on you. Will you live your life thinking that you're weak and lesser than others? Or will you live your life thinking that you're strong and greater? Not greater, but equal to everyone that you handshake with or you look in the eyes. That's on you to decide, buddy. Either way it goes, man, I'm going to go ahead and sign out now. This is your boy, chdeaaanime, signing out. Please be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do things that like Brother Thrive. And I will catch you on the flip. It has been golden. Peace out, my communities.